Let's go to Renee in Knoxville, Tennessee. What's up, Renee?
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing much. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. What's happening? How can I help?
I'm having a problem. My husband, he's in rehab. He's an alcoholic, and
Okay.
I'm so happy he's in rehab. But I have times where I am just so depressed. Not because he's in. I love that he's in rehab, and I love that he is trying. I'm so proud of him. But I get into where I don't know what to do to get out of the depression.
Can I ask you a hard question?
Yes.
Are you mad at him too?
With what we've went through, yes.
Nope. Are you mad at him too? Let me say this. It's a trick question. I know you are. Just say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you frustrated and sad?
Yes.
Are you brokenhearted?
Yes.
Did you have this awesome picture of the way your life was going to be at your age, and it looks nothing like it, and you're sitting alone while your husband's in rehab?
Yes.
All of those things get pushed lower and lower and lower. Some would call them getting compressed. Another word for compress is to depress. And if you're not honest about what your body is feeling, your body will hide it, but they'll still be there. And they will poison every part of your spirit and every part of your life. You got to be honest about them.
Well, I didn't feel it until after the rehab wanted me to write this letter about what we went through. And before I did that, I went through some soul searching myself while he's in rehab. And I felt like I was doing good. I was like, okay, I've gotten through this. And then they told me to write the letter. And since then, it's been like, I'm constantly thinking about everything we went through again.
Yeah, that's right. And let me tell you this. The alcoholism is a context, not an excuse.
Yes.
He shouldn't have cheated on you. He shouldn't have cussed at you. He shouldn't have swung at you. And I'm just making things up. He may have done none of those things. But all those things that happened should not have happened. They were still abuse. They were still wrong. They were still painful and still hurtful. And it can be both and. You can be enraged that a man you love treated you like that. And you can be heartbroken that he's sick. And you can be disgusted and thinking about not wanting to be married to him anymore and be really at peace that he's in rehab. The depression, the exhaustion you feel, that existent, like I don't want to eat. I don't want to get up. It's your body trying to force you to live in one of those extremes without accepting the tension that is. And you're trying to think your way into peace, and you can't. You got to act. That's why with them asking you to do something like write a letter was so good. And I would ask you to write another one and another one after that, because it's like, man, when you pull that bandage off and rip the scab off, that sucker is infected and it is going to bleed and bleed and bleed, and you got to let it go. But that's scary for you. Why is that scary?
Because I've always been the one who had to keep control of my emotions. Because even when my parents passed away, I had to keep the smile on my face for my kids.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You chose to. That was a choice. You didn't have to.
It's just the way I felt, because I thought if they saw me upset, then it would upset them. So
that's right. And I'm not trying to shame you. The greatest gift you could give your kids is to show them that you're upset. It's the greatest gift you can give your children, other than a great marriage. And here's why. Because when your parents died, they got really, really sad.
Yes.
And they looked at mom, who was still smiling, and they go on to think they're crazy. But when mom says, I'm so sad, I'm crying my eyes out by myself, will y'all come sit with me because I miss my mommy and I miss my dad? It makes your kids feel not nuts. It makes them feel whole.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If your husband's off at rehab and you're just being a good old Southern Knoxville mama and you are cleaning things up and making sure everything's not dusty, they're going to think that their parent is a animatron, is a robot. And they're going to feel insane. And in many ways, you feel that way too, don't you?
Yes. Because I can be happy one minute and then the next I'm just wanting to fall apart and scream. And
in counseling, we call it leakage. And I know it's a terrible way to say it. You can deal with those emotions or they will deal with you. And they usually will deal with you at a real inopportune time, when your margin is the thinnest, when you're about to give a big presentation at work, when you're about to have a hard conversation with your kids, when you get pulled over, when one parent looks at you wrong and you're just like, listen here, mother, you just go off, right?
Mm-hmm.
They will come out. And so I think it's much more wiser to deal with it on my own, on my terms, in my safe space, with my counselor, with my notebook, with my journal, whatever that is, with my gym, whatever it is, I got to deal with it because it will deal with me.
Yes. So I'm not crazy. I'm not.
No, but you are doing your damn well best to make yourself crazy. You're working hard at it. Yeah, you're doing good at it. You really are trying hard.
Because I'm always positive. I'm always trying to find the best in everything.
And that's beautiful, but that's your drug. That's a defense mechanism for you.
Is it?
It's performative. It's playing. What the world really needs is Renee to be Renee. Mm-hmm. What you need is a healthy dose of honesty. Or let me say it this way, and this is a rude way to say it, but I'm just going to be honest with you. You're every bit the addict your husband is.
Yes, I agree with that. I'm not an addict, but
You're an addict. He's an addict to alcohol. You're an addict to control. You're an addict to performance. You're an addict to making sure everybody else is at peace. And even I'll die on that altar. But as long as there's no one can see a ripple in the water and the sheets are straight at the edge of this bed, we're all good.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want everybody to be happy.
I know.
And I'll do whatever I can to
I know,
sure they're happy.
But you sacrifice your happiness to try to make other people happy, and they know that you're not happy, and that keeps them from ever having joy. The greatest gift you can give somebody else is you.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is you've probably been peacekeeping for a long, long time. Is that fair?
My whole life, yes.
Yeah.
The best I can.
So you're going to go through a season of practicing, of saying what you actually think, and then when that guilt wave comes over you like a tsunami, you got to just take it. Someone's going to ask you, hey, could you make all the pies like you did last year for the thing? And you're going to say, you're not even going to give an excuse. You're going to say, no, not this year. Thank you so much for the invitation. And that's it. That's all you're going to say. You don't owe them I just can't because you don't owe anybody an explanation. You can just say no. And then when you do that, your body will feel like shame and loser and I'm the worst. And you're going to have to just, for the first time, feel it. And probably have somebody with you feeling it. Writing it down. Because it's going to all be new. It's going to all be new. But when it comes to feeling those feelings, the next logical step when you actually feel them becomes boundaries. You will not drink in my home. You will not talk to me or my kids this way. You will not take our money and spend it. You will not sleep with other people when we're married. Like, or whatever your boundaries happen to be for your particular situation with your husband. But here's the thing. it's completely normal to feel chaos and feelings. And I feel this, but I also feel this. I can't be around this person, but I still love them. I love this person, but they're not the right person for me to marry. I'm so grateful this person's in rehab, and I'm so ticked off that they screwed up everything. That's adulthood, is being able to handle the tension. But I want to put your husband's addiction on the side, and I want you to get in touch with Renee for the first time in your whole life. What you feel, what you think, and scary and frighteningly, what do you actually want? You get one shot at this little crazy life we got. What do you want? What do you want? Because whatever it is, you can go get it. You can go get it.